Hello and welcome back to Would You Rather. I'm davidinark, and it's been a while since we've been in Would You Rather, and I apologize that this is going to come out a little later than normal, but it is Would You Rather Wednesday, so we're going to answer the questions that absolutely twist our minds, like these right here. This one: would you rather give up buttons and zippers or give up Velcro and knots? This is actually very well, the order here is very well chosen because, although I don't generally, knots, okay, I guess, there's a lot of things you do with knots other than just shoelaces, but in my normal day to day, I don't generally deal with knots. However, I deal with Velcro a lot in terms of, using it for tying, network cables together, and oh my gosh, I had a brain haze there, but tying network cables together, that kind of stuff. I use Velcro a lot. Buttons and zippers, well, if any of those had been kind of flipped around, I think it would have made it a little easier decision for me, because now you're talking buttons and zippers. Well, I sure don't want to have to Velcro and tie in knots things like, I don't know, your pants, stuff like that. So between the two, though, I think I would rather give up. But then again, going back to shoes, how do you tie your shoes? Well, I guess they have shoes now that you just zip up, or heck, some of them don't even have, laces or anything. You just slip them on. I'm going to go with, I think between the two, I would rather give up, I think, Velcro and knots versus buttons and zippers. I don't know. Either way, it's a no-win situation. Each of these pairs are equally useful. I'll tell you what, though, I'm going to go with giving up Velcro and knots. Let's see. Wow. Most folks would give up Velcro and knots rather than buttons and zippers. I think you could do more with buttons and zippers. You could accomplish a lot of the same thing Velcro and knots do. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I'm just full of malarkey. All right. Would you rather only be able to speak via translator or only speak when asked a question? I'm sure there are people out there who would rather I only speak when asked a question. And there are also some people I talk to that probably wish I had a translator so they could figure out what I'm talking about. But I'm going to say between the two of these, I think I would rather, let's see, if I'm speaking via only via translator. So every time I talk, someone have to translate. Otherwise, I could only speak when I was asked a question. Frankly, I think it'd be more fun. I'm sure it'd be frustrating as all get out, but I'm going to say only speak when I'm asked a question. I think that would be an interesting way to live. Can you imagine? First of all, I'm assuming I probably wouldn't be doing this because I could only speak if somebody asked me a question. Unless, of course, I guess maybe I got somebody to sit here and ask me a question, and then maybe they could ask me the would you rather, and then I could answer. I don't know. So there you go. That's going to pick. Most other people would rather be able to speak whenever they wanted to via translator. I can totally understand that, but we're going to go with, I'm going with only when asked a question. I want to know your thoughts on that one. Which of those two really appeals to you? Because that's kind of a weird thing going there. Okay. So the zombie horde has just broken into the farmhouse where you and 6 other survivors were hiding. Would you rather run upstairs and barricade the second floor or sequester yourselves in the cellar? So the zombie horde is coming in. Would you rather run upstairs, barricade the second floor, or put yourself in the cellar? I don't know. Let's see. I would probably want to run upstairs and barricade the second floor. My thinking on that is that if we sequester ourselves in the cellar, that has the potential of being much more closed in and no escape whatsoever. Whereas at least on the second floor, even if they break through, I can, you can find a way out of the second floor windows theoretically, and or defend yourself better, I think. I don't know. I could be way wrong about that, but I'm going to go with run upstairs to the second floor because in my head, I'm thinking at least worst case scenario, I could jump out the window and take off. Theoretically. I don't know. So, all right. So 70-30, more people would rather run upstairs. I'm with you. All of us together, the 70%, we're running up the steps. So there you go. Why would you put yourself in the basement? I'm curious about that. So if you happen to be one of the 30% side of things, if you're looking at this and you're like, no way, man, I'd go to the basement, let me know about that thought process. What makes you want to go to the cellar rather than run upstairs where you have a potential exit? I don't know. So I'd like to hear from that. As a gentleman, would you rather paint your nails or wear high heels? Actually, there are, I know several guys who paint their nails for various reasons. Heck, you look at, was it Teller or Penn? I don't know, one of the two. I can't remember. The one who actually speaks, he actually paints one of his fingernails in honor of his mom. So, to me, I would rather paint my nails than wear high heels because, frankly, the thought of me wearing high heels, I would probably twist my ankle and fall down and hurt myself drastically versus, painting your nails is just painting your nails as far as I'm concerned. And like I said, I mean, there are many people who do it for many reasons. So, if I wanted to have a reason to paint my nails, then perhaps I would be doing it for a purpose, a broader purpose to have significant meaning. Wearing high heels would just, like I said, I'd probably break my ankle. So I'm going to go with painting my nails. Oh, look at there, 81% of as a gentleman. So I'm assuming guys, but it could be anybody answering the question. But if you were a guy, they're saying paint your nails. So there you go. Awesome stuff. And I'm with you on that one. Would you rather listen to Rebecca Black, It's Friday, or listen to Justin Bieber? Now, I will tell you this. I'm not a big fan. Well, I'm not necessarily a fan of either one. I have to tell you, I didn't think there was much wrong with the Friday song other than the weird rap in the middle, but that was kind of the thing, and really it's still kind of a thing. I don't know why. Why do you ruin a song by, and I don't have a problem with rap. I have a problem with being in the middle of a song that there is no reason for a rap. You throw a rap in the middle. Why? What is the purpose of that? It does nothing to serve the song. I would bet that if you were to go and edit down those songs and remove the rap out of it, it would sound perfectly fine. In fact, probably even better than having the weird breakdown rap in the middle. Why do that? So Friday to me, perfectly fine. Justin Bieber, I was not a fan. I didn't care for any of his stuff the early days, but then his newer stuff is actually decent. I have to say, I can listen to it and not, feel like I'm a teeny bopper or something. So of the two of these, I don't even know if Rebecca Black has put out anything recently. Has she? I have no idea. Maybe she has, and I just haven't been paying attention, which is very, very possible. So between the two of these, just because I've heard some of Bieber's recent stuff, I'm going to go with Bieber, but I could actually listen to either one of these. I happen to be one of those people that I will listen to any kind of music. It doesn't matter. I don't care if it's rock, rap, hip hop, just screech metal. I don't care if it's classical, jazz. I will listen to anything. I don't necessarily like it all, but I will at least listen to anything that happens to be playing. I don't know. I think music is an awesome vehicle for communication. And so, I'm all about music. I always have music running through my head. I'm sure I've shared that before. So, and of course, right now that I'm doing this, I have Baby, Baby, Baby and Friday kind of weirdly mixed in my head. I don't know. It's a weird place up here, folks. Just letting you know. But I'm going to go with Bieber. So, all right, 51-49. I can see where that's sort of a almost even split. And now we will go with, would you rather be starving for the rest of your life or obese for the rest of your life? Well, I've already got the red one covered. So really, I could do that and be fine. Be starving for the rest of your life. So I guess that means you could eat whatever you want, but you're always hungry and or not obese. These aren't necessarily related. I mean, one is be obese for the rest of your life, but it doesn't say whether you're starving and you're obese. And the other one says starving the rest of your life, but again, doesn't say if you're skinny and starving or if you're obese and starving. These are not necessarily connected. So, I don't know. I mean, from a medical standpoint, I am already obese from where my weight is. I'm not morbidly obese, but I am obese according to the medical chart. So technically speaking, I'm already here. I'll take it. Why not? So there you go. 47-53. I don't know, man. We're just going to roll with it. Okay. Would you rather be deep sea diving and your oxygen tank runs out, or be bungee jumping and have your cord snap? Well, neither one of those is going to be good, huh? I would think, though, if I was deep sea diving and my oxygen tank ran out, I probably wouldn't be able to make it back to the surface without suffocating. Whereas if I was bungee jumping, I would only be bungee jumping over water. There's no way I'm bungee jumping anywhere else. So assuming that the cord snaps at the bottom of it, then I'm assuming that that I could survive that fall. I mean, maybe not. Maybe when the tension hits, I'm still 100 feet or 300 feet above water or wherever I happen to be. But I just, in my brain, the bungee cord snapping at its maximum would have the greater potential of survival for me than being deep underwater where I could not get back out in time, where I would suffocate. So I'm going to go with bungee jumping. I don't know. That's a weird 38-62. So more people would rather bungee jump than have their oxygen tank runs out. And I would guess, and feel free to, put in your own 2 cents here, but I would guess for the very same reason I said, that if you were deep sea diving and you ran out of air, you would suffocate before you got to the top. At least with a bungee jump, there's a theoretical chance that you would still survive. So there you go. I don't know. All right, so we're going to do this one last here. I think we actually had this one before, so I'm going to skip this. All right, well, would you rather be known as the all-time greatest mathematician or writer? That's an easy one. I've already shown on the channel many times. I was looking to see where I don't know where the copy of my book is, but I've already written a novel. I've written short stories. In fact, I had a short story recently published. I love writing blog articles, and heck, I'm teaching a writing class. I think you might be able to figure out which one I would rather be. A mathematician. No, I'm kidding. I'm going to go with a writer. Absolutely. I would love to be not necessarily known as the all-time greatest. I mean, there are far, far, far greater writers and definitely mathematicians than I will ever be. But if this was going to be a thing, I would much rather be known as a writer, or known for my writing. Absolutely. So there you go. Wow. 57-43 agree. I don't know. Are you a math person? Would you rather be known as a great mathematician? Or are you a writer and you would like to be known as a great writer? I don't know. Let me know down in the comment section below. As a matter of fact, if you've got any ideas over any of these things that we covered today, feel free to leave your answers, your responses down in the comments. You got any other questions, problems, suggestions, horror stories? Feel free to leave those down in the comment section below as well. And thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching Would You Rather. We'll see you next time.